Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Welcome to the back porch again.
Thank you for having us, Dr. Bonnie.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
And we're
Yes.
getting closer to Thanksgiving.
We
This
are.
finally the week.
This is that wonderful time of year where Thanksgiving goes right into the Christmas season.
Yeah, well, I already started the
know.
Christmas season.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yes,
A lot
yes.
of people
Well,
in
I
my
have not
neighborhood
started
are
because
already.
I'm waiting for Advent.
I'm not.
I need to
This is
prepare.
I'm in the Advent before Advent.
Oh, well, that's crazy.
I'm in the Advent of Advent.
Oh.
Yes. As soon I felt like I allowed Halloween, and I was like, I'm gonna respect that society wants to blah 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 blah, and then we'll go into I'll go into Christmas right after,
Right
like
after.
November 1st.
Oh, my word. Well, I need some
I'm
preparation.
listening to Mariah Carey.
My hat needs to be prepared. But Thanksgiving goes first. But Dr. Bonnie, I'm sure you have a nice
Yes,
poem
so
for us. So.
but before that, what are we opening up today?
Today we're opening a bottle of Apothic Red. It is a semi-dry, semi-sweet blend of red wines from Napa Valley.
Let's check it out. Pretty good.
Well, that's
And
lovely.
can you tell our audience what we are opening up about today? Since we already did a little
A little
Preview,
preview, a little
right.
Yes.
teaser.
Yeah.
Well, tonight we're going to be talking about Thanksgiving and
Oh.
the gift of gratitude. So, to begin, I have a poem, of course,
Yes.
called Be Grateful.
Wonderful.
The life we are given is pure gift. Be grateful for life itself. The days we are living become the path to eternity. Be grateful for each step. The love I am sharing forms the legacy I will someday leave behind. Be grateful for a full heart and love divine. Let gratitude be my attitude, dear Lord. Let your praise be the first words out of my mouth and the final sentence I breathe each day. A grateful heart is the throne of God, the place where Eucharist becomes food for God's people. Gratitude multiplies appreciation for the presence and gift of God. Gratitude fills the dark, empty spaces and retraces them with resurrection joy. Be grateful. Complain less and see the overwhelming beauty of God's dwelling in your heart. Happy
Amen.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
So, what do you want to tell us about Thanksgiving? Well, I feel like because McQueen and I are not from here, I don't know if in the Caribbean Thanksgiving is a celebration.
Our Thanksgiving is on October 5th.
Oh, is it like kind of like Canada or?
Yeah, but Canada is a little later.
Oh, okay. So you do have a tradition of Thanksgiving?
Yes, which is it's like a holiday.
Do you guys do
But they
like
don't
turkey
do-
as well, or what do you
no.
do, or how do you celebrate?
I think people just go to the beach and have barbecue, and
Oh, okay.
it just becomes like a
So it's just like a
yeah,
a day
like
off.
a day off.
Mm.
But you
And
call it
family thing.
Thanksgiving. It doesn't have traditional foods that are associated with it?
No,
Oxtail.
no. What?
Okay.
Like what?
Oxtail.
No, we don't. Well, no. We're in my island. We don't eat oxtail.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
my mom never cooked oxtail.
Mm.
Yeah, but people would go to the beach, and some people would enjoy that and have barbecue there and drink alcohol. But it would be like a family thing.
Okay.
But it's not like where you have all these cooking things that happen.
Yeah. Because in
Yeah.
the U.S. it's like the holiday. I think
I
it's
know,
like
yeah.
sometimes this is something that it was very impressive to me when I was back at my job, because Thanksgiving was such a huge holiday, but also Easter. That was very surprising to me how big Easter was here. Because in Mexico is big, but it's more like in the religious sense. I mean, we do get a week off, like from
Right,
school.
yes.
You get the like all of Holy Week and then all of Easter week, which you don't get here. But Easter Day is like a big thing here. But also Thanksgiving. I mean, people travel all over the U.S. Just to be with their family for Thanksgiving, and it's a family gathering, and like the more the merrier type of thing. So that was very very impressive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I was remembering the first time that I baked a turkey
Yeah.
because we do have traditional foods for
Uh-huh.
Right,
Thanksgiving.
right.
Usually it's turkey and ham and all kinds of carbs and
Yeah.
desserts and
And more
a few
carbs.
vegetables so that you don't feel too guilty. But but the first time that I baked a turkey, I was a senior in college because up until that point, Mom was always the number one cook for
For the
for
house.
Thanksgiving, or we would go to visit my grandparents in Houston. So, but this particular Thanksgiving, I said I will bake the turkey, and it was quite an experience. I followed recipes. It was a butterball turkey. It was my first opportunity to really do the big dish for Thanksgiving. Uh, it was delicious. My One of my uncles from Houston came over to visit, and he was very complimentary of the food. He says, "Bonnie, you're as good a cook as your mom," which was really a great compliment because she really was an excellent cook. And he says, "But what did you do with the giblets in the turkey? You didn't use it in the gravy." And I said, this turkey didn't have that sack of giblets. I said, there was the neck that was stuffed inside the cavity, but I didn't find any of the giblets. So then the next day when I'm deboning the turkey, I find the sack of giblets that was tucked under the skin of the neck. And I was so embarrassed because it was like, there it is.
Did you tell them?
Well, see, the unfortunate thing was I was deboning it and people were around.
That's
that's
sad.
choice.
Well, maybe that's what made the turkey taste very good.
Maybe so. It
I
was.
know.
Have you tried
sack.
doing it like that again?
No.
That's crazy.
maybe this year.
I could try it.
If your sisters listen, cover your ears. The family that's listening, anybody who's coming to Bonnie's house, cover your ears.
Oh.
Or we can play find the sack.
Yes.
So, a memorable Thanksgiving?
So ever since I moved to the States, which like almost 17 years, I think I've had like maybe 15 Thanksgivings here or so. And I remember the first one we were living with my aunt, or I don't remember, but anyway, we would still visit my aunt that when we first arrived here. And she, we were still living with her. I remember that. We went to a parade downtown in Houston because they do like every year there's a parade.
Kind of like the Macy's Day Parade
Yes.
in New York.
Yeah. And it was like quite an experience for me because I'm from a very small town in Mexico, so I've never experienced a parade like that. I've experienced parades like school parades and whatever, like the different schools from the town, and we would do like a parade through school and through the town and whatever. But this had like the inflatable things and all of that. So it was quite an experience, and they left like food cooking at home. So when we came back, it was like getting that together, and there was like so many desserts and so much food. And I don't think I'd ever had turkey before, and so my aunt said, "Oh, we're gonna make like the traditional Thanksgiving, and like the dinner or whatever." So she made everything, and I was like, "Oh, it was nice. I really liked the stuffing, and everything was pretty good." And so that was like memorable because it was my first Thanksgiving, and it was like experiencing that. We did get what was not traditional about the meal was we did have jalapenos, like pickled jalapenos because we're Mexican, and so like without it just wouldn't have been the same. I don't know if we had tortillas, maybe not, but anyway, whatever the case may be. The other memorable one, because every year my aunt would fix it, and then we would come and like the rest of the family comes and like brings desserts or a dish or whatever. But one year she wasn't there, and she was going to, I believe, Illinois or something. So they decided to get together at my parents' house, like the family, my other uncles and aunts. And they said, "So what are we gonna do? Like, we'll just get together." And we ended up eating like enchiladas, and they made tamales and whatever. And to me, that was even more fun And even better because it was just like a traditional, like
Mm.
well, not kind of traditional foods and whatever. But that's where I kind of got a little bit more of the sense of it. That is about being with the family and sharing with the family, and not so much about the turkey, which a lot of people do appreciate that. But I really enjoyed,
Right.
it being like that.
You felt more comfortable with
Yeah.
those comfort foods.
Yeah, and it was very casual because I think that's the other thing about Thanksgiving that I think I still have the misconception, and I think it really depends on the families. Like I've always thought of it as being because it's a big family dinner, so I associate it with Christmas, which is tends to be a little bit more formal, I guess.
Mm.
And then I think what I've seen, it seems like Thanksgiving is more casual, like in terms of how people show up to Thanksgiving. It's so much more
Right.
casual. I never show up casual to it.
Never.
To any,
Never.
but
You're always wearing a tie or a
or
bow
some or a
tie.
bow tie. Yes.
Always dressed up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What about you, McQueen? Any memorable ones?
Well, my first one was in the Bronx and I enjoyed it. But then we had ours earlier because we would have to help
Yes.
in the soup kitchen because we got to drop off plates for families and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But we had a lot of food and desserts, and I ate my belly full. And I liked it. We had games afterwards too, where they would stick like gift cards under our chairs,
Yeah.
and then we would have to find it, which was fun. Um, Celebrating it in that way, I think we did open up like to say what we are thankful for, um, and it was nice. But then I was like, well, this is what we do for Christmas, but our Christmas is much of a vibe to it. There's music, there's like so much alcohol and all of these other things. But then I didn't when I realized the difference because here they celebrate s- Thanksgiving with so much food and people come and when to celebrate, the birth of Christ. They do have a little thing, but it's not so big like the way they do Thanksgiving. And that was like something that was confusing to me. I was like, we're supposed to be celebrating Christ's birth. This is what's more important. But yeah, you want to give thanks for the people you have around you, which is important also. Yeah, but that was my memorable time was in New York City.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
When you were in New York, did you go down to the Macy's?
Oh no, I never went because they used to have so many people. So
Oh.
Yeah.
we chose to stay away from
From the big
Yeah.
crowds?
And also,
Yeah.
it's in the morning, and in the morning,
They're at the soup
we're
kitchen.
We in the
trying
soup
to.
kitchen,
Yeah, so
right?
it's really more than a soup kitchen is like in the
A
hall
hall,
of the church.
right?
Oh.
They host a Thanksgiving
Dinner,
lunch
right,
or
right.
like it's like
Brunch,
a brunch.
right?
And so all the parishioners come, and everybody who wants to come. But a lot of the
The
parishioners
persons
come,
come,
and a
yeah.
lot of people come and help. And then we also have a group of runners that are like usually
Right.
seminarians and some parishioners, and then you get like a number, say like they divide you in groups of 3 if you're a
Yeah.
runner, and um, uh, they give you like addresses that are close by, and you bring them to homebound people. So these
Right.
people that can come to the dinner can partake somehow, but they have to register ahead of time for
Right.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so that's the other reason why we could never
could
go to
not-
the. And I
right.
would have
Right.
never gone too
Right.
because
Me,
it's,
there's so many
it's
people, yeah.
way too many
Yeah,
people.
too many people.
I'd rather watch it on the TV.
And at
Right.
the end of the day, you have to clean the hall.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then you
yes.
get so tired. So all you want to do is just go in your room and just
Yeah.
sleep
And
because
chill.
right. You
No.
can't go downtown anymore.
But even though we had our Thanksgiving, because I was there before you were there.
Yes, yes.
But even though we did have like the Thanksgiving the Sunday before, and then you had that experience, because some of the priests that have family nearby, like either in the New York area or
Mhm.
in nearby states, because in the is. It seems like you could just be in any other state in like 2.5 hours or whatever.
Right.
So some of the priests would leave,
Yes,
and the
yes.
house just felt so quiet.
Mhm.
And it was like, even though we've already had our thing on Sunday and in the morning, because everything is so quiet and the house is also kind of dark, I did feel like, oh man, like people are getting together with their families right
And
now,
then we
and
are
like
here. Yeah.
I'm here, and
You
I,
felt
you
a
know,
little wave of loneliness.
yes, yeah,
But the
for sure.
blessing about that, can I say, my grandmother and them lived in Brooklyn.
Oh.
So I went there like later in the day. And then I ate with them too. They made turkey and ham and all of these things. So yeah, that was another good thing about it. I forgot to mention that.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
so I did go in the
you
evening.
had several experiences of
Yes,
Thanksgiving
I did.
because you had the community,
Uh
you
huh.
had the parish, and then you had family.
Yes, yeah. So that made it enjoyable,
Yeah.
and I'm happy to be around them too. Yeah.
Fantastic. So, something that just puzzles me about Thanksgiving is the after the dinner is over, the stores all open and people
Oh.
go crazy. This Black Friday
Oh yeah, the Black
phenomenon,
Yeah.
Friday.
it just puzzles me. Why do people feel like they have to hurry up and get the bargains? I'm just not that kind of I'm not really fond of getting
I've never
smashed
done it before.
trying to get a
Right.
TV or
Yeah.
whatever the latest electronic thing is. So I've been curious about it. Like I would go out shopping on Black Friday,
Right.
but not at the door opening time.
No, no.
It's that thing of being afraid of crowds. And short people, we're kind of afraid of crowds.
I
Yeah.
know. I've never been to that, so I don't know about shopping on. Maybe I would buy something online, but to go to the store on Black Friday, I've never done that. Maybe I go after where they have Cyber Day, right? That
Right,
which is Cyber Monday,
is it?
right?
Cyber Monday. Mhm.
But I wouldn't get any. I haven't. I would like to buy a shoe, maybe on that Black
Yeah.
Friday.
I've only been once, but it was really late, and it was a couple of times we would go closer to the Fort Worth area because my father has a brother there, and we went a number of times as well when I lived in Houston instead of going to my aunt's, to my mom's sister. So when we were there, they live in a very small town, and so the nearest store is like a Walmart that is, I think it's in the next town, which is it Steubenville or something? I don't remember. Anyway, so it's a Walmart, and I remember my cousins talking about they were gonna wake up early the next morning to go, and because one wanted to get a TV or whatever. And we did go, like my cousins went. We didn't. My brother and I didn't wake up to go to that. But in the evening, they said, "Oh, we should. You guys want to come? Like this is like 7 p.m. And we're like if you can find any deals or whatever. I don't even remember if we bought anything. It wasn't anything memorable, but also it's a small town. And at the Walmart, and so we're just like walking through, and it's like, oh, this is pretty interesting. I have never gotten yeah, I would never.
Black Friday
Yeah,
vibe.
me
Yes.
neither.
And like
Yeah.
I wouldn't like I don't think there's anything electronic that I would form a line for, or
Right.
yeah, to say, oh my gosh, I have to have it and I have to have the discount. So no, I don't get it either.
But then the prices are kind of still expensive, I
They
would say.
are.
Yeah.
The doorbusters are the ones that they say are the lowest, and that's why everybody wants to be there when the doors open.
Yeah.
And then after that, they're kind of at a discount, but not the same
much.
as
Yeah.
when you can get trampled. So, um, Thanksgiving, of course, is our traditional way of celebrating God's goodness.
Yeah.
And according to the story of our country, it was it began with some settlers and Native Americans sharing food together
Mm-hmm.
and giving thanks for the bounty. So you'll still see the pilgrims and
Yeah.
Native Americans depicted in all kinds of things, including mattress sales and stuff.
Yeah.
But as kind of a reminder of our roots for
Yeah.
giving thanks. But I think it's a beautiful tradition that I think every culture has
Yeah.
some form of a Thanksgiving.
Right.
It may not be a particular Thanksgiving day,
Right.
but it's always a good thing to give thanks.
Yeah, but I think for us, the day that we gave thanks, because I think part of it is also giving thanks for the harvest, and because it
Right,
comes in
yeah.
fall and whatever, and so when we would do that, it was at the end of the year. So December 31st, there's people go to church, at least in my hometown, my mom's hometown. people are going to church, and then it's to give thanks for the year and for everything that you've received during the year and everything that has happened and that you're still here. And so we had that, and the churches are open, and people come and go and whatever. It's just also like a way of starting the year, because then January 1st is also like a day of obligation anyway.
Right.
So but yeah, that was our form of giving thanks. Um,
It's the same for us in the Caribbean. December 31st, everybody goes, the mass is packed because they believe that they must end the year and give thanks for what, because they don't know what is to come. And yeah, people come, that's when you get like, the collection is maybe more, like $5,000 or more. But people choose those times to come to give thanks, and then you see them come on January 1st again, because the year has begun. So now they have to say, thank God for allowing me to see January 1st, because we are just pilgrims on earth, and but I think it's a good thing to give thanks, because there's so much you could give thanks for every day.
What are some things that you're grateful for?
I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for my parents. I'm grateful for my community. I'm grateful for friendships that I've built so far. I'm grateful for my frustrations. And I say that because it has helped me to know me more and to be more confident in myself. I'm grateful for the mentors that I have had. I'm grateful for you yourself. You've been here, and I never knew that I'd meet you. I met you in New York when you came for the ordination of Song Yu, but I didn't know it was gonna be turned into this great vibe. We out here drinking some wine, and and with Antonio and William is over there, the guest, our permanent guest too. But he's just a side. Yes, he's like a side piece.
He's our
He's
silent
not a side
audience.
piece.
You're
not a
He's our
side piece,
silent
William.
audience.
You are not
He's
a
not a
side
side
piece.
piece. I'm only joking. But yeah, I'm grateful for all of these things, and the breath of life.
And how life is unfolding. It's
I know,
the
yes.
beautiful surprises
Yes,
that, that arise.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Oh, me or
Yes.
Antonio? Okay.
Any one of you guys could take it.
I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for my parents.
You bad.
Those are the things to be thankful
No,
for.
I know,
I know
you're
you're
not.
not here mocking, mimicking what Wayne said. It's
I was trying to
okay.
remember everything he said, but then he went on too long, and I couldn't
Yeah.
do it. But I mean, yes, of course, all of those things. I'm really grateful for my friends as well. I've been very blessed with very good friends, and so I'm very grateful for that.
Well, that's awesome.
Yes. I'm also grateful for life, for now almost 71 years of it.
Oh,
It's
yes.
like, yes, I know a woman never tells her age, but
Yes.
I'm proud of the fact that I've been
Tell
on
your
the planet
age.
this long. So
Mhm.
I'm happy for that. I'm grateful for the parents that I had, and now they're with God in eternity. My brothers, my sister, all of their families, and the people associated with them. I'm grateful for my in-laws, or as I call them, my New Orleans family. Grateful to actually be able to do stuff that is fun for me, but people also enjoy, like
Right.
being able to make music for the Lord in church,
Wow.
able to share ideas and mind-bending things with students. I just really
Right.
appreciate that, and I'm very grateful for the opportunities to do that. Yeah, so good health. That's the number one thing that I feel grateful for,
Yeah.
because when you have your health, everything falls into
true.
place.
Yeah.
You know what I realized? When Antonio spoke about friends again, even if I mentioned it, I'm grateful for being allowed to teach young people my age, and being allowed to do RCIA, and for my vocation, for my own religious vocation. But I met yesterday. I became, do I say more grateful? Or I felt something different. I was invited to a family's inner space with all of their families, and we went to this lovely restaurant, and I was like, wow, they chose me to be part of that setting, you know. And the couple is gonna get married on Saturday.
Oh.
And kudos to them, to the two of them. And I taught them in RCIA too. But then, you know, you would just invite somebody just to be there at your wedding. But then you invited me to be there for a pre thing, and it was only like very closed up people. And I was like, my God. And that's why I said to myself, thank God for that. I have never experienced it like that. And I was very grateful. I'm appreciating that for the two of them.
It's kind of an honor
Yes,
to be invited
yes,
into that inner circle.
Right.
That it, you know, because we have layers of friendships, right? We
Right,
have
yeah.
the really close ones and the close ones and then the farther out ones. But it seems like this was an invitation into the inner
Right. It
circle
was
of
like-
friends.
And then I learned something about the guy that I never knew before. And I was like, maybe if I was only your teacher, then I would not even know that part. And I was like, I was amazed. I'm thankful. But yes, continue. I just wanted to say that.
No,
that's
thank you for
great.
sharing
Yeah.
that.
Yes, yes, that's beautiful. Yes, I am grateful for all of the people in my life. I really do know that everyone who touches my life has an impact on me.
Yeah.
Now I know that this is Ubuntu in African spirituality. I am because you are.
Right.
And I am certainly aware and grateful for all of the people who touch my life and who have made me who I am, for good
Yeah.
and for ill.
Yeah.
Mostly good, mostly good. I was really pleased to hear you say that you are grateful for the challenges or the
Yeah.
adversity in your life too. Because even though we don't appreciate it when we're going through it, when we're able to look back and see how it helped us to grow, it's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, whilst we were speaking a while ago, I remember the conversation we were having in your back porch. You know, your husband was a redemptorist, and look, you have redemptorists here
Yes.
with you all the time, and that's awesome. Like, honey,
Yeah, I was last week. Was it no? This week I was having a conversation with a friend, and I was telling my friend about a breakup that I had that was horrible. I mean, it was a really bad relationship. Anyway, and I was telling my friend that I can see how that situation shaped me, you know, into many of like the way that I interact with the world and whatever. And my friend goes like, "Oh, I can kind of see that," and so, but I am grateful for that because I do think it made me more resilient. That and other things, but it really shaped me. It was also part of a formative part of my life. I was like 20, 21 at the time, so I was still trying to figure out a lot of things about life. And let me tell you, that helped me figure out a lot of things about life and about myself. But now I'm able to look at it with gratitude and say, wow, that taught me some lessons, some valuable lessons.
Absolutely.
But, yeah.
that's good.
There's not enough time for that conversation.
Yes,
Maybe
that's
when
fine.
we open a bottle of tequila, we will.
No, but I just wanted to just mention that because, look, another thing we could be grateful for is like the process of your own husband, you know.
Yes. You know, nobody says I'm grateful for death,
Right.
No.
but well, the Franciscans do.
Yeah.
They call it sister
Right,
death.
right.
Yeah.
But really, death helps us to appreciate life.
Right.
And I'm very grateful for the journey with my husband. And now, even as I look back on the years that he was ill and the struggles that we had with that, I'm still grateful for those days.
Right,
And I'm sure that he's the one who arranged for Redemptorists to surround me, because he had once said, I will be the key to the Redemptorist community for you. He
And
did.
now you have a key
And now,
to the Redemptorist community.
That is true.
Traga.
That is true.
yes.
But I just remember that because you posted a picture of him on your
Yeah.
Facebook page the other day.
Yes.
When you
With
were
a
his birthday.
fragment of the poem. A
Yes.
fragment.
Fragment
of
of the
Right.
poem.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I just figured that the whole poem would make people cry. So
So they're in their home anyway. So,
I also don't like people to feel sorry for me. That's
but
the sense of pride that I have.
No, I
I
totally
would get
understand
that.
that.
Well, that's a lovely thing, and then to be here and talk with you guys about Thanksgiving. So
Yes.
we give thanks for us.
I'm grateful for being able to open up.
I know.
Me too.
No pun
And have a
intended.
glass of wine.
But
Cheers
and
Cheers
to our
to that.
listeners.
And cheers. And I'm grateful for all of our listeners as
Mhm.
well. That like our podcast and listen to it and whatever, and interact with it. So we wanna, before we go on to our Thanksgiving week, we wanna ask our followers, or the people that are listening to it at home, what is a fun or a good Thanksgiving memory that you have, that you would like to share with us, and what are you grateful for? And we'll leave you with that, and we hope that you have a fun and wonderful Thanksgiving meal with your loved ones, and that you may make the best of it.
Wonderful.
And we'll
Amen.
catch you on the next episode of Open Up.
Open up. Bye.
Bye.